First Watch now.
What you need to know from the Cochise County Sheriff's Office.
Hosted by Cochise County Public Information Officers Carol Kappas and Grady Butler.
First Watch on 92.3 KWCD.
And it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, giving you an inside look into your sheriff's office. I'm Grady Butler, and with me is Carol Kappas, Public Information Officer with the Sheriff's Office, and Sheriff Mark Daniels. Good morning.
Good morning, Cochise County.
Hello, everyone.
Well, let's start with graduation. That was yesterday for the Police Academy.
Yeah, 15 brand new peace officers to be serving in Southeast Arizona from. We graduated 8. We have 8. We had the largest number there. Had a good class here for the Sheriff's Office. Sierra Vista PD had 3. Bisbee PD had 1. San Carlos Apache Police Department had 1. And Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Office had 1. And finally, Graham County had 1, Graham County Sheriff's Office. So, yeah, nice class, graduating yesterday, well attended. So, and with that, we retired 2 of our folks. We retired Sergeant Ty Hernandez, who's been with us 21 years, and Officer Jose Katana, who's been with us 20 years, worked transport in the jail. So, Jose's going to continue working as a volunteer with us, but also working for the college in the academy setting. And then Ty's going to go work on the federal side for a little bit. So, again, thank you to both those guys for the service to this office, and congratulations to all these new peace officers coming into our communities.
And I'd like to point out that 2 of those came from our own detention, and we like to talk about being homegrown.
We do. Our success of retention recruitment has come through homegrown, which means we pick them up during the CTE program, the Career Technical Education program at the high schools, which we're a big part of, and picking the cream of the crop of these young people. And then a lot of them go into our jail at 18. They work there several years and then transfer out of the jail into the patrol side of it. So it's a win-win for us, a win-win for the individuals that want to do that. So, again, it's exciting.
So we are already in December. Can you believe it?
It's amazing. Well, the weather tells you that. It's cold.
It is. It is. And so we're going to start talking about all of the things that are going on in our communities. But first of all, we have Shop with a Cop in Benson that's coming tomorrow. So that's a program that we have a lot of law enforcement agencies join into. There's our KK is one of the people who organize that and does a fabulous job, gets money going, and makes sure that we help underprivileged kids.
We do. Right now, I think we have 59 kids for tomorrow is what we're going to go take shopping at Walmart. Thanks to Walmart and Benson for helping us with that. And we have 40 officers at least, minimum. I know probably a few more come in. That's going to be escorting the kids around, shopping with the kids, having breakfast with the kids up there. And KK, who works in our evidence room, coordinates that for us every year. And then when we do the charity ride, a portion of that money goes to help Shop with the Cop, so we can help these kids in need. So, again, it's a really exciting time. And a lot of these kids don't have a lot. So this is their Christmas is tomorrow for them. And it tears my little hearts apart to see these little guys without a Christmas. But we're doing our part to help them out.
And then next week, we're going to have the one in Douglas.
Yes, brand new one. So we kicked off Douglas. So the Benson one covers the northern part of the county and that region over to Tombstone. The Douglas one, we're going to, again, working with Walmart down in Douglas, we're going to take kids on that side of the county. So this is exciting for us to do that. Again, we took some charity ride money to help support that one too. And the community stepped up and helped us a little bit down there. So, again, that'll be the 9th of December. We're going to do that at the Walmart in Douglas, and I think we have about 40 kids on that one. So, again, anytime we can help a kid and put a smile on their face during the holidays, and I keep calling it normalcy, keep it normal for them during the Christmas holiday, we're doing something positive.
And another way we give back to the community during the holiday season is the bell ring, and we kick that off on Black Friday.
Right. That's why my voice is all hoarse now, because I talked too much and I had a cold, and it got worse. So, long story short, yeah, it was a great day, and I want to thank all my team members that came out and rang the bell for those 2 hours, and it's just a great event. But I just tell you, this is like the 4th, 5th year we've done that. That's our holiday give back, helping those in need. But 99.9% of the people come through just are so supportive of law enforcement, and they say that it's refreshing. They talk to you. It's so re-energizing to be there. And we had one person say something negative, use a couple bad adjectives toward us when we walked by, and I didn't hear it. One of the other guys did, but there's always one, and that's okay. There's always one. Hope we had a better day.
And so we're also busy this past weekend with Douglas. They had their parade, again, kicking off the holiday season, and a tree lighting ceremony. So we had people there. We had a float. Everything seemed like it went really well.
and we had a really cool float. So thanks to the region deputies out of the Douglas area, Veronica, Selena, a bunch of our support team members, Alejandro, that put that together. It's a really cool float. We'll see if I asked the other day, hey, did we win something? Because usually they do really well, and it was cool. So we hadn't heard, they hadn't announced the winners yet, but I think we'll pull in something on that because they get a lot excited. They put these floats together and stuff, and so I went to the tree lighting down in Douglas. It was really, really well attended. A little chilly, well attended though. Lit the tree. Douglas comes together for this, and then the parade, and the parade was packed. There were kids everywhere. We're throwing the Christmas balls and not candy, Christmas balls, and so can't choke on a Christmas ball. So. It was really a good event too.
And the parades continue. There's going to be several throughout the holiday season, of course, but tomorrow is going to be in Sierra Vista. We're going to have the chamber in a little bit later, but let's talk about tomorrow's parade.
Well, yeah, so Sierra Vista's got their Christmas parade, nighttime Christmas parade, but before that, and I believe, I think Huachuca City and Palominas. Palominas is tomorrow. Palominas is tomorrow, and that's a daytime parade, the unofficial organized parade in Cochise County. So I'll be heading to that. I'm going to go shop with the cop, run back and do the Palominas parade. I'll make sure I hit that. But the Palominas is the non-traditional, we can call it now, because that's the only, I think, non-nighttime parade in Cochise County. Huachuca City's nighttime, isn't it, too?
Huachuca City's nighttime. Huachuca City's daytime. And tomorrow's also Benson. And so next weekend it's Huachuca City during the day. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then Tombstone is night, and then Wilcox is night.
So, yeah, a lot of parades. And so I'm hitting 5 of the 7 parades. So I'm hitting a lot of them this year. I'm not coaching wrestling anymore, so I'm trying to hit these parades out there. And it's just nice to see that festive time of year. Everybody's out, everybody's happy. And so I'll be hitting those up. So tomorrow's going to be a busy day. And
then Sunday we can give back with the Stocking Stuffers program.
Right, we're kicking off Stocking Stuffers, and that's a Just Kids Inc. San Pedro Kiwanis event. I know Jody Klein was on the show here a couple weeks ago talking about that. I think they're servicing around about 700 kids is where they're at this year. People shop. In fact, Nikki and I went shopping last night for 4 kids, and it's a really nice way of taking care of kids. And then on December 23rd, I think it is, we're going to deliver the gifts along with some other nonprofits here in the community. But so that's Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning at the VFW. So the community comes together and wraps these gifts. So 7 o'clock in the morning. So if you have nothing going on Sunday morning, come to the VFW at 9 o'clock. We have all the wrapping paper, everything there. You come in, all you need is your hands and your mind, and start wrapping gifts, and we have a pretty good organizational plan to do that, and so we're going to do that Sunday morning for Stocking Stuffers.
And mad wrapping skills, because there will not be duct tape as an option.
No, that for the guys we might have some, but it's actually amazing. It takes about 2 or 3 hours to wrap 700 packages. I mean, it's a lot, but again, if you want to give back or think about doing something on Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning at the VFW in Sierra Vista.
And we also, this is the time of year that's really hard for people. Holidays coming. It's when people have a lot of mental health or issues with, not having family, maybe having family that they're not connected with. So we want to make sure that we put it out there. Our care team that was established through the Legacy Foundation grant to the Sheriff's Office, we're able to put together some mental health professionals, and they actually respond with our units or get information about people who are having problems. So that's been pretty successful so far.
It has. And the reason I bring that up to you, too, is if you need us, call us. That's so important. If you need us, call us. This is a tough time of year. We're human beings, too. We wear the costumes, but we're no different than you. And if you need something, let us know. We got this team that'll come out. I mean, it costs you nothing for us to address this. And but they're 4 mental health experts, to include a doctor, that's all they do. They're there for you. So please give us a call. Family member call, just call 911, call your law enforcement, and we'll get that to you. And
also the suicide hotline is 988. So they went through a massive changeover. That's why we have to dial the 520 now when we're calling numbers. And 988 is the way to get directly into someone who can help you get over some hurdles. And make sure you don't forget that number if you need it, 988.
It is very important number, very important. And again, we've already seen some tragedy here in the last couple of weeks, not going in detail, and we don't put that out there. But we've seen some sadness as a result of the holiday emotions and just it brings a different kind of pressure that a lot of people don't experience throughout the year, except for Christmas. So and these holidays, Thanksgiving. So again, if you need us, call us.
We have an update on Deputy Oletsky, who you remember was injured in September as he fell off of a bridge, went through the hospital. But yesterday, he went to Bisbee High School.
He did. By the way, he's in rehab right now, learning to do function again. And, I mean, the guy's just a competitor. And, again, thank you to everybody that supported him. It was a great community support here by law enforcement, by the citizens, surrounding him, and I know the family was very much touched by all that. But he went to Bisbee yesterday, and all the kids at the high school, we brought him over on the helicopter, landed the helicopter, and all the kids, the student body, was out there and formed I don't want to say a gauntlet, but a line for him, and he walked through them all as they appreciated him. And then he spoke to the students there about what he went through and stuff. So, first of all, Chris, thank you for doing that. And number two, thanks for the leadership at Bisbee High School to set that up. And number two is to embrace our deputy.
And so we've had a lot of different things going on, again, with holidays, with people being erratic in their behavior. And so the traffic stop of the week is really a shout out on how well our units performed, unfortunately with a DUI fatality last Friday. It was the day after Thanksgiving, and it's unfortunate that somebody lost their life, and it's really unfortunate that the person who was involved in this was less than caring. Yeah,
less than caring is an understatement. I mean, here's an individual, early 20s, that was driving impaired, allegation there, because he hasn't been convicted, but I'll just say it, driving impaired. We had 3 deputies initially on scene. The individual was killed that he hit. He got out of the car. He was holding his own child in a reckless manner, and I'm not going to go into great detail, but it wasn't anything that it's alarming the way he's holding his kid, and yelling at the law enforcement. They had to show great discipline and restraint in handling this. They end up getting the child away from him in his impaired state, and then as he's walking by the deceased person he had just killed, made a really discouraging comment, and they ended up spitting on my deputy. Now, I'll tell you something, the normal human would have a hard time dealing with that. But our deputies did an amazing job of holding their training, their maturity, their disciplines to address him. And we put a thing out this week on that, thanking them. But, again, this is a tough job. It's not getting any easier when it comes to what we're dealing with out there. And but I'll just say this to you. Our deputies won't be abused. We will do everything professionally, but we're not going to be abused. We will hold you accountable. You hit a deputy, you will be charged, I promise you, every time. And if you hit a deputy and run away, we will find you. I mean, things like that. If you're not happy with the sheriff's office or a police department, come, let's talk. Let's be adults about it. Let's have mature conversations, and let's figure out what went wrong. I mean, I get it. And there's those people that's never going to change. I get it. If you don't like us, I get it. That's very sad because we work hard to work with our community. But I understand that. But, again, if you're going to abuse us, we'll hold you accountable and when there's a violation of the law. Course.
And it's really difficult right now to yesterday there was an unfortunate incident in Las Vegas highway where 2 officers got killed. They stopped to help a motorist, and somebody drove by, hit and run, and killed both of them. So that's 2 fewer law enforcement officers, and that's just the environment and some of the contacts that you have in the public, that it's just unfortunate.
And it is. And last week I attended Freddie Ortiz, the Border Patrol agent that died in the line of duty here last week. I attended his funeral, well attended by law enforcement, the leadership within Border Patrol, local law enforcement. We were all there, rallied, and the citizens, the community members, of course, showed up. But those are tough days. Those are tough days for the family. But, we're there to remember Freddie Ortiz and support our Border Patrol, like men and women in green. But also, we're in this together. I mean, I don't care if it's a local, state, or federal badge. We're all doing this together. And whenever an officer is killed in the community, there should be lines of people, as far as I'm concerned, because that's an attack on the community. And Agent Ortiz was serving his community when he died. And so, I get very passionate when it comes to that kind of stuff. I really do. And I could say a lot, but I won't when it comes to things like that. But it's dangerous times right now, no doubt about it. And but we're going to keep pushing forward and doing what's right. We just finished our first month of Safe Streets. We're continuing doing that. Thank you guys for posting out there. Thanks for all the agencies that came down here. It was very successful. We'll get some more information out to the public on that. But bottom line is, that's another thing we can put out is if you want to smuggle, think twice before you come to Cochise County. Because if you come down here, we grab you, we will charge you, and then your life changes.
And continuing on the DUI topic, throughout the month of December, the DUI task force is going to be out in force because it's that time of year.
It is, and these tragedies are highlighted based on the holiday season. So please, if you're I'll be out a celebration event tonight for a Christmas party, and again, I don't drink, but the bottom line is this: but if you're going to go to a holiday party, think twice. If you're going to drink, that's fine, but think twice about getting behind that wheel. Because we'll have deployments out throughout the holiday season. It's a statewide campaign. We're part of that. All the agencies here in the county are part of that. So if you stop, again, your life will change. And the story we just told about this young man that killed an individual, reality struck the next day, I'm sure, when he sobered up. So please don't drink and drive.
Sheriff Mark Daniels, we thank you for coming and talking to us today.
Thank you, Grady. Thank you, Carol. Thank you all. And thank you all for your support for those who wear a badge here in Cochise County.
And
have
Carol,
a good week.
Who do we have coming in next?
We have Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Co-op.
First Watch is brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative.
Hosted by Public Information Officer Carol Kappas and Grady Butler.
On 92.3 KWCD.
And it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, and that's who we've got in the studio now. First of all, thank you for sponsoring this show every year. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Grady, for having us. We appreciate everything that you do in the community.
All right, well, let's talk about, first of all, introduce yourself.
I'm Marcus Harson. I'm Vice President of Marketing and Communication at Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative.
And you just come into this position this year, right?
Yes.
So tell me what that position does.
Actually, it does a lot. I have a couple of people. I have a great team. In that team, we have our community relations manager. We have our public relations manager. We do energy specialists. We have our key accounts manager. So I just oversee all the different programs that we have for the co-op, advertising, and promotions.
And we're here today to talk about the charitable arm of SSVEC, and it's called the SSVEC Foundation. So tell us what that does.
Well, Patriots Capital Credits, those are things that we give back. That's money that we give back to the community, our members, at the end of the year. Any of that unclaimed money years ago would actually go back to the state, and we wouldn't see much of that at all. So the co-op's petitioned, and we got the money, so we have it on a foundation now. And in that foundation, all of our youth programs are funded through that foundation. One of the things that we're going to talk about today is an initiative that our managers and our CEO brought to the board. And it was to take some of that money that we have in the foundation and do something for our youth in the community.
Well, let's just jump right into that. What are you going to do for the youth of the community with this money?
Well, with the approval of the board, they decided that they would like to have two different types of grants. One is a micro grant that we're going to give to teachers. In that grant, they can apply for up to $500. That's a pretty quick turnaround for that one. So everything starts on December 1st, like right now today. The other program is going to be for educational entities. There are a lot of groups and organizations that do a lot of great things in our community. Science, they do reading, they do other things STEM-related. And that program is going to be on an application basis that ends at the end of January, and they can apply for up to $20,000 for foundation grant money for those entities.
So for the individuals and the entities, do they apply at the same place?
Same place, ssvcyouthprograms.org. Just look on the drop-down box for programs, find funding, and the applications are right there to be filled out.
And so who chooses who gets the money?
Well, the great thing about it is we have a mix. We put together an application review committee. It consists of 3 of our board of directors, or part of our trustee for the foundation. We also have 3 employees that all different locations, and we asked, and we had names for 3 different committee members from different locations around Cochise County too. But we'll announce those names at a later date.
Okay. So you guys also use this money for several programs throughout the year. Tell us what those are.
Well, the best one, because I managed all those programs before I got this great job now. But the Washington Youth Hope Program was the first program that I worked with, and that sends high school juniors to Washington, D.C. with other co-ops around the country. And they get a 1-week tour of Washington, D.C., and they get to come back and talk about it. And a lot of people, you'd be surprised, that have never flown on a plane before that actually go on that trip. We also have the YES Fair, Youth Engineering Science Fair. It's one of 3 regional science fairs in the state of Arizona. Our high school grand prize winners get to go to the International Science Fair. At the International Science Fair, that is the largest high school science fair in the world. So there's anywhere between 80 to 85 different countries represented there, and it's just a great opportunity for our kids here in Cochise County to actually go see the world and see what everybody else is doing too. The last program is really great too. We have a scholarship program, so we give out 30 scholarships for $4,000. In addition to that, a lot of people don't do the normal or traditional education. They want to go be a plumber, electrician. They want to go to a nursing school. So we have 10 scholarships for $4,000 each for non-traditional schools, or trade schools that they may want to go to.
And so this sounds like a lot of money you're dispersing. Are you allowed to say how much money is in there?
I can't say how much money is in there, because actually I don't know exactly. I know how much comes out, and then that funds the programs that we have. But total for the grant program that we're just kicking off for the teachers and educational entities, the total amount that we'll do is $1 million.
$1 million. Excellent. So teachers and educational entities with the SSVEC service, they can go and apply. Give us that website one more time.
SSVEC youthprograms.org.
And that's today, starts today through January 26th.
Correct.
Okay. And so they support a lot of initiatives and programs, and this is a great way that the SSVEC gives back. And I want to spotlight you guys for a moment. Other than this show, I mean, obviously you sponsor the show, and we're thankful for that, but you guys do so much in this community that I want you to kind of brag on yourself a little bit. Tell us kind of all the things that you do, just overall. You're everywhere, and you really support community events.
Well, as a cooperative, one of our principles is commitment to community. So we are committed to our education, our youth. We're committed to our neighbors. You got to remember that a lot of our employees are actually, not only do they work there, but they're members of the co-op too. So what we do is important to everybody. So whether it's a Christmas parade, whether it's Halloween, ride with a cop, Toys for Kids, it doesn't make a difference. We're there to support the community.
And we really appreciate the support that you give to this community and to this show as well. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you for getting the message out there. Hopefully, if your listeners, if you know a teacher, your kids, your grandkids, anybody's teacher, let them know and to apply for it.
Leave us with the website one more time.
SSVEC youthprograms.org.
Well, thank you for coming and talking to us today.
All right, thank you for having us.
First Watch on KWCD Country is brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative.
It's First Watch Now.
Hosted by Public Information Officer Carol Kappas and Grady Butler.
On 92.3 KWCD.
And it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative. And in the studio now, we're going to talk about all things Christmas. We got Melanie from the Sierra Vista Chamber of Commerce. And let's start with tomorrow's Christmas parade.
Well, good morning, Grady.
So what do we got going on? I know that the same route from last year. Let's start with the route.
That is correct. We do have the same route as last year, only it's going to kick off in a different area. So it'll kick off on Martin Luther King Jr. Parkway and Avenida Escuela. And so that's where it'll actually start. It'll go down Avenida Escuela, then back up Fry, and then back down MLK. So the route is the same. It's just the starting point is different.
So it's basically behind Walmart is where it starts.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. That paints a perfect picture. So, of course, noticed registrations are all done. Everybody's going to be lining up tomorrow. Where should we start lining up for if we want to watch the parade, find our spot? What time should we get out there?
You know, we see people that park their cars in their favorite spot early in the morning, and they leave their car out there so they have their favorite spot. But pretty much anywhere around that route, you can go ahead and get parked there. Just a note of warning for everybody. If you are inside the park when the parade starts at 5 o'clock, actually, the parade starts at 5:30, but at 5 o'clock, they will shut down all the entrances and exits to the park, and then also in that parking area where Denny's is. And so if you are parked inside that area, you're kind of stuck there until after the parade ends. So after Santa makes his way all the way through, then you'll be able to leave those areas, but during the parade, you're kind of stuck in there. So if you don't want to be stuck, you need to park outside of those areas.
And what is this year's theme?
This year's theme is Christmas Around the World.
Excellent. Now, Santa's going to come here for the Sierra Vista Christmas Parade as he does every year, but I understand he's going to come back again for the kids.
Yes. So he comes back every year. He flies in an air evac helicopter and lands in the Cow Ranch parking lot, and that will be next Saturday on December 9th, and he arrives around 10 a.m., and he's there until he sees all the kids that are in line. And so please make sure you get there early, because when Santa's done, Santa has to leave and head back to the North Pole because he's got a busy month.
Yeah, but we're glad that Santa loves Sierra Vista, so that's cool.
He does.
And then you've also got Light Up Sierra Vista. Remind us what that is.
So Light Up Sierra Vista we created during the pandemic because we couldn't do the parade. And so that is where homes and businesses decorate for the holidays, and then they have their lights on every night of the week from December 9th through December 25th. From about 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. they have their lights on. And so we have a map that is in the Herald Review every Wednesday, and then we also have an online map on our app, the Sierra Vista Area Chamber of Commerce app. And so it's a Google map, and so you can jump in the car after work, grab the kids after school, whatever, and you can go around and you can see all the beautiful Christmas lights, and then you also get to judge those lights and vote on your favorite.
And if people want information on any of these things, where can they go?
They can go to svachamber.com.
All right. Well, thanks for coming and talking to us today and catching us up on all the Christmas stuff.
All right. Thank you, Grady.
Also in the studio, we've got Adam Curtis, PIO for the City of Sierra Vista. Actually, you've got a promotion now. What is your title?
I'm the communications manager for the City of Sierra Vista.
I love it. All right. So let's talk about what you've got going on for the City of Sierra Vista, starting with Veterans Memorial Park.
Yeah, so tonight we're going to kick off our annual tree lighting holiday market at 4 p.m. It will continue until 9, and then we'll resume from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. tomorrow. And we're happy to partner with the Chamber because the parade happens to encircle the park. So while you're checking out the holiday market and shopping, you can park, enjoy those activities, and then go watch the parade, and then go see Santa when he returns to the Centennial Pavilion stage right after the parade, too. So tonight, the Sierra Vista Community Band will be performing at 5 o'clock, and then the actual tree lighting ceremony will take place at 5:30. And people that come out might notice the tree has grown just a tiny bit. The Kiwanis Club of Sierra Vista did raise enough money to get an added segment to that. So I believe it's about 24 feet tall now. So we really are grateful for their support of that community tree in Veterans Memorial Park. We also have our Old World Santas on display, and we sell collectible limited edition ornaments every year. So we will be selling those during the event, and you can also get those at City Hall and at the Visitor Center. The two new ones this year are the Musical Santa and Midnight Visitor. You can learn about all this on our website, sierravistaz.gov. There's a link right at the top to our Winter Magic page, but that's just sierravistaz.gov/winter-magic. And that includes all our holiday info. And of course, the biggest news is we're bringing back the ice skating rink from last year. So,
everybody loves that.
Yes, that is super exciting. So that will start today at 3:30. You can go to that Winter Magic page and make reservations, and it will continue until January 2nd. And the only day it will be closed is Christmas Day. So you can start ice skating tonight, but you have plenty of time to come out and enjoy it for the rest of the month. And basically, it's a very similar drill to last year. So you can learn all the details on that website, but basically you can reserve for $10 per person a 55-minute block to enjoy skating. There's no discount if you bring your own skates, but you're welcome to. And we have skates in all different kinds of sizes and adjustable skates for kids and all that kind of stuff. So there's real ice skating, Veterans Memorial Park, all month long. But please do come out and enjoy the holiday festivities. Check out our Old World Santas, get your latest ornaments, and learn about all that kind of stuff on our website, sierravistaaz.gov.
And to reiterate, you do have to have a reservation to skate.
You can actually show up as well, but we recommend doing reservations.
Understood.
But yeah, you can just show up as well. But yeah, check out the website for complete details on all that. And you can also even cast your vote for next year's limited edition Santa ornaments on which Santas you would like to see featured. So all that info is on the website. You can find links to go do that, and definitely check that out. Aside from all the holiday stuff, which we love doing, we are doing a couple other things that I wanted to remind folks about. We've done a little update to the council chambers, which I'm really grateful for because those old chairs that killed my lower back when I was a reporter have finally been replaced, and the chairs are a bit nicer, but we're trying to make it look a little bit more modern in there. But we also thought it'd be a good opportunity to feature some local artwork, and we wanted to feature photography in particular that shows off kind of Sierra Vista landmarks and kind of what's so awesome about our community and our area. So we are currently soliciting photographs from any area residents, and basically they can be of, definitely in Sierra Vista, but also of the Huachuca Mountains, San Pedro River. We're not going to show photos of Bisbee or Tombstone of neighboring communities. It should be something that feels like Sierra Vista or the immediately surrounding areas. But if you want more info on that, you can find it on our website, or you can just email us at pio@sierravistaaz.gov. That's pio@sierravistaaz.gov, and that's also where you send your photos. And the deadline for that is December 31st. And anyone who is selected will get notified, and if we do use your photo, you will also get an honorarium, which is kind of like a small thank you payment, basically, for participating in this project. And we will pay to get them printed and produced and framed in kind of a nice display that showcases our community and the council chambers. So that's a cool opportunity people should check out. Email pio@sierravistaaz.gov if you're interested. And one final thing, also going through December 31st, we're collecting input to inform the development of our general plan. So that's the big 10-year overarching plan that kind of governs where we want to go as a community and dictates, how our development kind of conforms to that. So you can check out information on that at sierravistaaz.gov/Vista2040. That's sierravistaaz.gov/Vista2040. We have over 200 survey responses so far. We'd love to get even more. And then we'll be developing the plan next year in concert with the Planning and Zoning Commission and then through the City Council, through public processes. So there'll be more opportunities to review what we've done, add additional input before the plan is approved and then goes to a public vote of all city residents in the November general election. So it's a big deal. It's kind of a boring plan because it's so general. So people get more excited about specific stuff like a park in your neighborhood. But it's really important because this is your chance to give us kind of where you envision Sierra Vista being in the next 10 years and the community you would love to live in 10 years from now. So please do participate in that process. sierravistaaz.gov/Vista2040.
Well, Adam Curtis, we thank you for coming and talking to us today from the city of Sierra Vista.
Always great to be here.
All right, and coming up next, we're going to hear some more Christmas stuff. It's First Watch on KWCD Country, and it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative.
It's First Watch Now.
Hosted by Public Information Officer Carol Kappas and Grady Butler.
On 92.3 KWCD.
And it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative. And in the studio now, we've got more special guests. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Steve Boyce. Grady, what is yours?
All right, Steve, tell us who you're with.
Today I'm in here to talk about the Christmas at the Empire with the Empire Ranch Foundation, which is the 9th of December from 10 to 2. It's kind of unique because the Empire Ranch has been around a long time, the old adobe buildings and all that kind of stuff, and they decorate the whole place so that all the volunteers, there's volunteers from our horse rescue go over there, and they have a Christmas day, and it's just awesome. There's all kinds of vendors. We have Santa Claus that's coming. We actually have the Grinch that's coming this year. I found that out, from my daughter called me and said, "Dad, you know what?" And I said, "No, the Grinch is going." This guy is 6'7". He's got a whole Grinch, whole uniform. I mean, he's the real deal. He used to be in Winter Haven and really put a lot of stuff into Winter Haven and spooking people and scaring people and being the Grinch, and she said he can't do that anymore because he's got some stomach issues and got to have some surgeries. But he said, "I'll come to the Empire."
Nice.
So we got that, and there's all kinds of stuff.
So I understand there's going to be some raffles as well.
There's raffles, there's food, there's cookies, there's probably hot chocolate and coffee, and I mean it's a celebration of Christmas at the Empire, and it's just awesome.
And when is this going to be?
On the 9th of December from 10 to 2. How do you get to the Empire Ranch? It's Highway 83 outside of Sonoyta. You go to a quarter mile south of the 40-mile marker and turn right, and it says Las Ciénegas National Conservation Area with a BLM. And drive down a paved road right to the ranch, about 3 miles off the highway.
All right, and do you have a website and phone numbers you can throw out for us?
I'm getting the rescue again. EmpireRanchFoundation.org, O-R-G. And I don't have the phone number that they have. I don't know if they had a listed phone number. Nope.
Okay, so you can get a hold of them, and that sounds like it's going to be a good time. Yeah,
just come. It's a fun time, and Christmas is for celebrating for little kids, and Santa. It's touching, very, very touching to have that.
Well, thank you for letting us know about this event,
Absolutely,
Steve.
and thank you guys for having me and your crazy day of having 10 million people come into your office and into your little world here to talk about this.
We do have a lot of guests today, don't we?
I think it's wonderful.
And speaking of that, we have the next guest. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Stephanie Fulton. I'm the Director of Library and Community Services from Huachuca City.
You always have fun things going on. Tell us what you got.
Oh, right. Well, so coming up Saturday, which is tomorrow, the 2nd of December, we're going to have our Stuff the Bus in front of Town Hall from 10 to 1, and that's a chance for people to bring toys or holiday food donations that goes towards our holiday gift basket program that helps families and seniors in need in Huachuca City. Then next week it's going to be packed. We are doing a drive-through of both neighborhoods, sort of upper and lower, or north and south, as we like to call them now in Huachuca City. We'll have the fire trucks, we'll have police vehicles, the library van will be there, and again, we go around and we take donations, and it all goes to our holiday gift basket program. And people are so generous. It just blows my mind year after year how generous they are to help those in need within their own community. So we're really excited about that. Last year was the first time that we've done it since I was here, and I got to play with some sirens and some lights, so I was really happy. So I'm looking forward to that again this year. And then next Friday is our annual tree lighting and our Polar Express with a very special visitor at the library. So it all kicks off at 6 o'clock in the park. Do dress up warmly. We'll start off by the fire station where we light the tree. Our friends of the library will be giving out free cookies and hot cocoa. There will be free raffle prizes. And then we'll all go over to the park bandstand, and Mayor Wallace will read the story of the Polar Express. And then everyone will go into the library and follow the train tracks that we have on the floor. There'll be some miniature trains, courtesy of our friends of the library. But then our very special visitor will be there, and they'll have some gifts to hand out to each child. So it's just a fun, magical night, and we encourage the kids to come in their jammies and bring blankets, and they sit up on the stage, and we decorate it to look like a living room. So it's just really good fun. And then the very next day, and I'm sorry this is going to collide with the Empire Ranch, but it's our parade, and we have it during the day. It's Saturday, December the 9th from 10 to 12. We start up at Howard Street. We go down 3rd Street, School Drive, all the way down Gonzales Boulevard, and then around Navajo and Yuma Street. People line up wherever they can. We throw candy. It's just great. And we still will accept people if they want to join in. They can contact Town Hall to register. There's no cost to register and be in the parade. And we, again, will have a special visitor right at the very end. So it's always very good fun, especially when the old-time tractors come out. That is really super neat. meet. And then we will have a holiday meal that is sponsored by the Landmark Cafe, and that's going to be Wednesday, December the 13th in our activity center. And it does cost $13 per person, but it's a great meal. They've got the best gravy ever. And it's just fun for people to come and meet new friends, have some good food, sing some Christmas carols. You know, we just want everyone to have a really good time. And then we sort of quieten down for the rest of the month, which I'm very thankful for.
Pachuca City always has some fun things going on.
We do. And we just, you know, we love to see people come out to them. You don't have to live in Huachuca City to come to Polar Express or to go to the holiday parade. We just want it to be there for everybody. And it's this, like he said, it's this time of year to celebrate and have fun.
Well, give us some contact information if they want more information on any of those events.
Absolutely. They can call the library at 520-456-1063 or Town Hall at 520-456-1354. And both the town and the library have a Facebook page.
And now in the studio, we've got the Sierra Vista Fire Department, Mr. Don Foster. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Grady.
So the Firefighters Christmas Drive is an annual event. It's been going on for so many years, and you guys are continuing it this year. Tell us what we have going on.
Yeah, so we kicked it off this Wednesday with our first remote with you guys, and it was pretty successful. We got another 2 remotes to go, so the following 2 Wednesdays at the Ace Slotsky's parking lot from 4 to 6. And when we're there, you know, we'd like to collect new unwrapped toys for boys and girls ages birth to 12 years of age. And if you don't really want to go out and buy a gift, because sometimes it's a little hard to get to the store, especially now, we'll be happy to take gift cards or cash donations, and we'll use that to buy locally for the kids.
And so you guys are looking for cash donations. Why do you need cash as well?
Well, sometimes, you know, we get tons of donations from the community. The community is always very good to us, but sometimes there's holes for, you know, like certain age groups or what have you. So we'll take that and we'll fill in what we need.
And this is something that we hear about once a year, but this actually goes on all year long. You guys prepare for this.
Oh, yeah, we do. It's we were just talking about, I call it the off season, right? Because right now this is like the season of Christmas. So, but yeah, we're always out there looking for toys. You know, I'll go to the local stores, and if I see something, you know, I'll buy it, and my wife and I will, you know, take it in our truck, and not all of it fit in my car half the time we go down there, you know, but we'll pack it, take it down to Station 1, and we have big old storage bins for it. So it's good to see that, you know, this time of year, because then it starts to overflow, you know.
So if people need help, today and tomorrow is the day to apply. How does that work?
Yeah, so perfect. So actually, yeah, today from 8 to noon and tomorrow from 8 to noon at our Station 3, Sierra Vista Fire and Medical. It's at 675 Julio Cesar, next to Public Works and Buena and DMV and stuff. And we'll be signing people up. It has to be... We get this question a lot, like, I'd like to sign up my grandkids, but they don't necessarily have care of the children. So it has to be somebody that the child has to be under your care. So when you come down there, we're going to need your ID, some kind of state issued or military ID, something of that order. A bill showing that, or a piece of mail showing that you live in the Sierra Vista, Hereford, or Palominas area, because we deliver the toys and we can't really go further than that. So because we have volunteers that do that. And then and some kind of proof that the child is under your care, whether it be like a birth certificate, DES paperwork, something like that. And we sign them up. And then come the 16th and 17th, we bag everything up and then deliver it on the 17th.
And you guys use volunteers for that. So how does someone volunteer?
Yeah, so if you want to volunteer, you can call our station and talk to either me, Don Foster, or our admin secretary is Patty Clough. And it's 520-417-4400. And if you forget that number, just go to the City of Sierra Vista website and look under the fire department, and then they'll get you to the right direction.
All right. And right now you're looking for new unwrapped toys, cash donations, gift cards, that kind of thing, because you need to bulk up that storage that you got.
That's
and then
right.
Wednesday is the next remote at Schlotsky's Ace Hardware.
That's correct. Yeah, we need to pump it up. So we got a big old We used to call it Pack the Penske, but now we have a big old our old hazmat trailer, and we pack that thing full of toys.
Excellent.
There also.
All right. Well, we really appreciate what you do every year through the Firefighters Toy Drive. I mean, this is a big deal for a lot of families. So we thank you. And now it's the community's turn to set up. So invite everybody out to the remote on Wednesday one more time.
Yeah. Again, I just like to. I appreciate everybody's support. You guys are awesome. Sierra Vista really, and Palominas Hereford area. You guys really just go all out for us. So please come over from 4 to 6 next Wednesday. Ace Schlatsky's parking lot. We're gonna have Molly, the new fire dog, is gonna be out there, and you can take pictures with her. We're gonna have some hot chocolate that the kids, the firefighters' kids, are going to be selling there and it's all going to go to. And the proceeds to the toy drive. So please come out and see us. And
you can drop off at any area fire station. Remind us of those.
Yeah, any Sierra Vista Fire Medical Station. There's 4 of them now.
Mm-hmm.
So I always forget that.
The new one.
Yeah, so any of the 4, you can drop them off. We're also going to be collecting toys at the ice skating ring if you're going to be down there, and that'll be going on until at least the 17th.
All right. Well, thanks for coming and talking to us today about the Firefighters Toy Drive.
Yeah, thank you.
First Watch at KWCD Country is brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative.
And listening to First Watch with the Cochise County Sheriff's Office.
Hosted by Cochise County Public Information Officers Carol Kappas and Grady Butler.
Join us again next Friday morning, 7 to 8 a.m.
First Watch.
What you need to know from the Cochise County Sheriff's Office.
Only